Hello everybody, welcome back to the Game of Muscle YouTube channel live. We're going to be doing some racing as usual. That's what we do. We live for the sim rig. We are the sim rig. My bottom is now melded to the sim rig. What is this going on? I'm now a SimLab P1 cockpit. Whoa, I'm going to have to be removed from the chair and taken to the supermarket to buy Lidl's food to sustain myself. Oh, well, guess what's happening? I tell you, you don't need to guess. I'm going to tell you. Caterham Academy. Brands Hatch. What? Yes. And then we've got our sim racing system race. Wow. F2004, so it actually should be good. So, yeah, that's how it is. That's what's going on. That's what's going on, guys. If any of you wondered. Maybe none of you wondered. I just see the chat room's not coming up. So that's nice, isn't it? That's always nice. I mean, who needs a chat room there? I think chat rooms are massively overrated. You don't really need a chat room. I just talk to myself. I could just pretend I'm making a video. I mean, why not? Why not? Why not just talk to myself? I don't know. What should we talk about today? What should I talk to myself about? No, I mean, I just don't know. Just don't know what to talk about. I'll just talk about, we could talk about Brexit. That's normally a good conversation starter. Hello. Hey, Don. Hey, Robster. I don't know why they, oh, there you go. It's slowly coming onto the screen, top down. That makes sense. Let's move it. There, look at that. There it is. What's the best? Hotas and Yoke? I don't know. It depends which ones you get. I was talking to some ladies about Brexit. I went out for a jog and bumped into two ladies. They were like old ladies. Well, I think one of them was like in her sort of 50s and one of them was like in her 60s. Started talking about Brexit with them, as you do. That's my life. I told them what for I did. I said it's all their fault. It's your baby boomers. Blaming everything on you guys. No, they were pretty chill actually. I'll tell you about my chats here. What was I saying about talking to myself? Right, YouTube, chat room. I've got to get the chat room on the stream PC. I've just got a new keyboard. That's another fun story for you guys to know about. I'm really good at conversation. If the objective is to cause people's eardrums to start bleeding. We've got 8 minutes, by the way, guys, until the until the sim racing system Caterham Academy race, and then we've got the F2004 race is in an hour. So, oh come on! Why YouTube always logs me into the wrong account on my streaming PC? It's really frustrating. We're always fixed. Windows update resets everything. You're a nonce. That's not a nice thing to say. That's deeply offensive. Can't say words like that. It's a PG tip stream. Oh dear. Come on. Come on, we're almost there. This is the smooth launch. I'm well good at YouTube. Anybody want some tips on YouTube? I've got plenty of tips. PG tips. Oh, what? I've stolen BKS's viewers. Sorry. No one likes you, BKS. No one likes you. Your stream's probably professional. Nobody likes professional streams. I certainly don't. We're almost there. Come on. Zoom in, like. There it is. Beautiful. Tips on Brexit. Put it. Brexit with milk's quite nice. Right. I haven't considered running Reshade on Next Paint. No, are we good there? Is this all good? Right, I think we're good. Let's see, we can probably roll the credits. I'll consider the chat room. Right, that's it. Smooth bottom. Not professional at all. Sponsored by Game of Muscle Milk. Register up, guys, to the Caterham Academy race. It thinks I've got the content. I'm expecting to check some error here as soon as we load it into the server. But anyway, let's roll. Hello. Queen wave. Hello. I say. Hello. 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 Wave on every camera. Hey, C double. Hey guys. Woo. This is gonna be a bit of a chill stream because I'm knackered. The insomnia took its toll over the weekend, but we've been knocking out the content though. Just haven't been knocking out the live streams. Apologies. Hello, Strider. So, yeah, we should be all good here. I mean, we might resort to just playing flight sims after our sim racing system race because X-Plane 11 is amazing, and we've got the HOTAS installed here. Knocking what out? Knocking grandmas out with electric golf carts. Feature race, I don't know. Maybe we'll do a feature race tomorrow. You could get a practice server up, Izzy, for us to practice the F1 2004 sim racing system race. X-Plane's amazing. I think I'm giving up driving sims. I'm just going to play flight sims now. I need to get a direct drive flight yoke and then we're sorted. I don't know if it is open setup. Enrique just put it on the server for me because I'm atrocious at asking for the content. I haven't given DCS a go. No, I need to get that sorted out. Good evening, Jamie McEwen. Hey, look, that Orbex stuff for X-Plane 11 is amazing.
2,
Tall
1,
Mike's.
go.
Thanks, Mike. Tall Mike, legend of the Mike, gives us some biscuits. Thank you, man. Yeah, Orbex is amazing. So good. What I've got, I know we mostly do driving sims, but we've got a Goodwood airfield from Orbex as well. So I really want to fly from London City, which is the last place I stopped off at, to the Goodwood airfield. But I'm getting into the flight sims. It's just chilled out. It's like train sims, but a little bit more exciting. It's not as exciting as driving simulators, but you know, I'm just getting old. It's just hard. I can't take this driving sim excitement too much. Saved Simeon. Hey, Welsh Wookie. How's it going, man? I need to tidy my beard up. Talking about shaving, hair's coming back, so I need to shave my head a bit, and I need to tidy up the beard. Do any of you guys in chat know a good beard trimmer that's actually as good as a wet shaver for like tidying your beard up? Because I'm getting bored of wet. I tidy the edges of my beard up with a wet shaver, you know, like a normal razor. It's just. I can't be bothered to do it like every like 2 or 3 days. Okay, Izzy, we'll do a feature race. I feel like I'm a hostage to Izzy and his demands. It's an abusive relationship. Oh, here we go. It's all right. I can't complain. He bought me pizza. I mean, really, you can't really complain at someone that buys you pizza and throws tons of money at you. Ah, dear. V-Box. Ah, man, I just feel like chilling out this evening. This is gonna be a very low energy stream. I did yesterday and today. I went for a jog. I've been feeling like a right fatty, And I thought, you know what? It is the sun starting to come out. We're trying to exercise a bit. My insomnia last weekend was terrible. I had like 3 hours sleep over 5 days. It was awful. And so I was like, right, we get on top of this. But the downside is, after I go for a jog, I'm just like, I just want to lie back. I don't have the energy levels. This is how you end up playing Train Simulator. I don't want a pizza, Izzy. I'm trying to lose weight, and I've just had healthy food, but I appreciate the offer. No ice cream and pizza, thanks. I'm like trying to get rid of the chubba lub. I cooked. We should probably. I know it's practice. It's all right.
3, 2.
Thanks, BKS.
1, go.
Izzy, I am the master now. Flight stream is a go, GM. I repeat. Flight stream is a go.
We will do.
Please confirm. Over.
Yeah, over. Squawk 39264. This is 777. Permission for VFR flight to Goodwood. Over. Yeah, we'll do the. We can do the feature race. So we've got this race. We've got our F2004 race. We'll do a feature race with Izzy, and then we'll do flight sim. We should be able to squeeze that in before I fall unconscious. I always want Ben and Jerry's, Izzy. I don't want a fat. I need to get rid of my fat belly. Hello, Gemma Vettel. Hello, Billy Strange. The hooker. I don't want a hooker. I'd have a Thai masseuse. I'm nothing like sexual. I'd have a nice back and leg massage. That'd do me fine. I've actually looked into that. It's bloody expensive in England. If you live in India or Thailand, it's like a £5 for like a 20-minute massage. It's great. That's what I need. You know, it's too expensive here. Even with like a group on discount, you're talking 30 quid for like an hour. Which, I mean, in fairness, to the people doing the massage, it's a fair price. If you live in the UK, I've got friends that have worked as professional masseuses, massagers. They've done it as a job. I appreciate how hard it is. It's a bloody hard job. So they should get good pay for it. But from the perspective as a sort of customer, I personally can't justify that amount of money for an hour massage, you know. You have people in the basement. But no, please keep it polite, guys. Remember, use clever innuendo. It's children watching. Billy, how much does it cost for like a physio massage in the States? It's probably really expensive in the States. Oh. Got a bit of a controller problem here. Might have to unplug my... Turns out plugging in 10 joysticks is not a good idea. Oh, that's all good. We should be all right. Should be all right. I have like what? How many USB devices? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I've got like 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I've got like 26, 27. 27 USB devices plugged in. Oh, there we go. Just needed dooting. Nice. This is the weird thing with the insomnia. I'm not physically tired. I'm just mentally tired. it's bloody frustrating. It comes and goes. I mean, I can't complain. It's not the worst of things. I know people with far more serious medical conditions and things, so it's really not that bad. I should shut up, really. Ah, that's a bit shitty. Who? I hope it wasn't anyone I know. That's my first concern. I mean, it's obviously bad for the people that were in it, but I mean, if you don't know them, it's not too bad for you, it's just bad for them. I thought you were a 30 USB man myself. Well, you know, sometimes, Billy. I did see the black hole picture. Right, there's so much comedy opportunity. I was watching the live launch of that. Oh, is he? What's this?
Go.
You sold your soul when you became a YouTuber. Now I own it.
Oh, no.
You have no free will.
No.
You will play until you die or the real 2 comes out. Whichever comes first.
Until what comes out?
I hid your cyanide pills. You cannot escape anymore. All your bases belong to us.
I'm owned by my viewers. This is, I mean, it's true. There's no escaping it.
Throttle, throttle, throttle!
You're alive, my bald hero.
Thanks, Random. Hey, Thomas. Guys, go to Random Call Sign's channel and give him a sub. He needs it. He's going to be ejected out of the country soon, so he's going to need the... he's going to need all the subscribers he can get. Bloody Brexit. Oh, dear. Boeing 73. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this. People are going to keep posting this, aren't they? It's going to be. It's going to be constant this evening. Did you hear about the plane crash? Did you hear about the plane crash? Yeah. It wasn't one of the new ones, was it? Again, when a maxi. Hello, Johnny Cage. That would suck. But planes. The thing is, right? People die in car accidents every day, and no one cares. All the people I personally know that have died, not of disease, have died in car accidents, either from being run over on a bike, crashing the car they were driving, or being hit by a car. So when plane crashes, everyone's like, "Oh my God! Planes! Whoa! Planes! It's terrible! Oh, dead body!" I mean, they are. To be fair, it's people raining from the sky, which is pretty horrific. But it's, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just because it's exciting, it becomes a big thing. Whereas car crashes, people don't really care about them. So people always, you know, it gets kind of distorted a bit. Could someone check on Sim Racing System what track the races on in the F2004? Because I can't remember. Okay. Make sure my brake pedal's set up right. Red Bull Ring, that's right. Glad you guys know what's going on, because I don't have a clue half the time. Oh, come on. Can you guys see my new keyboard? Oh, I'll show it off in a second. I bought a new keyboard for my fat box. It's very exciting. It's to replace the other one I used to use all the time. Did you hear about the guy who was too scared to fly? He took the train and the plane crashed into it. Oh dear. That sucks. This car's good because it's got flames coming out the side of it. Unfortunately, it's another car that seems a bit understeery. I seem to remember there's a Caterham in R-Factor 2 that's much better than this. FAP box at FAP, FAP, Fanatec affiliate program. Because we bought it with our first payment from Fanatec affiliate program. Basically, I use the Fanatec affiliate program to buy all my equipment. That's basically what it comes down to. So it's very nice having it. Really appreciate people that use it, and really appreciate Fanatec setting us up with it. Nice. Those rocket launchers are amazing. But yeah, so that the black hole thing is absolutely hilarious. The press release, they had like
3, 2,
oh, hello, Mr.
1,
McEwen.
go.
Dear Gamer Show, I bought a 2080 from your Amazon link and a CSL Elite from your Fanatec
nice.
link. Now entertain me, Monkey Man.
Okay, thank you. What did you buy? 2080? Did he say 2080? How much did you spend on that? Like £500-600? I really want to upgrade my graphics card, but it's a 1080 Ti. Hey, it's B-Sim Racing. Thanks for using my links. Really do appreciate it. Basically, it gets rid of the financial anxiety of wondering if we're going to be alright. This is very nice. 640, so I don't know. I'm not sure, like, with the... I don't know the specs of the 2080 versus 1080 Ti's. I don't know what the raw frame rate increase is. Derek Spears, where's all these people coming from? Hi guys, what are you guys all doing? Problem is the 2080 Ti is like 900. Yeah, I realise that. Yeah, the 2080 Ti is £900, which is when I was looking into it, it's like 15-20 FPS more. It's like, oh, I can't. Even for work, I mean, I'm literally on my computer all day, so it's like, well, it makes sense to get the best things. Yeah, that's true. Maybe it will allow me to play X-Plane 11 on max settings. Maybe I need to upgrade my mobile and get a better processor. I mean, oh, just I could sell it, I guess. I mean, they kind of just gave it to me, so I kind of, as a general rule, don't sell stuff that I'm giving to review. Just out of nosiness, what would you be doing if not this? Probably jumping off the cliffs of Dover. What's on my CV? I'm applying for a job at Bob Fernando Incorporated. I don't know what I'd do. I kind of thought about it. Well, not recently, like a few months back. Well, like a year and a bit ago. Well, like 2 years ago, I was pretty close to like not bothering pursuing the YouTube stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what jobs I'd do. I mean, I'm all right in like graphic design, photo editing, photography, obviously video editing. But I don't know. Maybe I'd do like a more local job. I wouldn't do bus driving, or even like teaching at a college, teaching ICT stuff at a college or something, or you know, or even like maybe even like languages, like going abroad and teaching English or something. I don't know. This car's chronic understeer. Uses auto exposure. Look, Izzy. That is just on my Canon G7X Mark II, and because I hadn't got used to the settings yet, I was fully used to using a DSLR. I don't know, how do they work? I was used to using my Canon DSLR, and sorry, bogging down. And I hadn't got used to the G7X Mark II. I'm used to it now. I've got the exposure settings. I've got the image stabilization settings and the ISO and the aperture and everything all like worked out now. That was part of why the monitor review was such a bloody pain in the arse. Also using the slider, the motorized slider. So basically, if you've got image stabilization on your camera and use a motorized slider, it bugs out the video because it does like a warpy things or stutter, you know, really annoying. So you have to turn the on-camera image stabilization off. But I hadn't worked that out initially. Yeah, I'm happy with it now. Yeah, you've got a Sony mirrorless camera, haven't you, Random? I'd feel sorry for whoever had to learn from a chronic dyslexic. I had a really good teacher at college that was proper dyslexic. He was awesome. So take that back. You're a total arse. Yes, I don't know what I'd do. But maybe like a wedding photographer. I don't know. Sorry, German Vettel. I was sorry. I wasn't paying too much attention. A600. Yeah, I think my dad's got one of them. I mean, the thing is, when I bought my camera, the reason I got the Canon G7X Mark II is that I really just wanted a camera that fits in my pocket, and I'm not too. The absolute quality is not the most important thing. It's the sort of raw convenience, and it always being in my pocket. That's why I went for that. I'm really hoping that Sony come out with something to replace the RX100. Don't seem like they will, or that Canon replace the GX7 Mark II with like an audio socket, and then for actual genuine 4K that, in the case of the RX1000, doesn't run the battery down. So, oh, there's my mouse. It's a weird one with the small cameras because so I'm used to using a. Yeah, I know there's loads of RX100s. I'm used to using digital SLR for photography, but I just stopped carrying it around with me because I couldn't be. It's like carrying a huge camera with multiple lenses is just not practical. It's just stupid. Unless you're like you're doing it for a client and they need a specific thing. It's like why would you put that on yourself? None of the Sony ones have the audio input on them, and neither do the Canon ones of the small series. Is that RX100, RX1000? The next one up does have an audio socket, but it's a slightly bigger camera. Yeah, maybe I'd upgrade to something like that, Random. I mean, the other aspect was for the price. It was like I ended up spending like £500, I think. Oh well, I mean, come on, I avoided that perfectly, and he still drives into us. You avoid the initial accident, pull right out sideways, and somehow he goes into us. Yeah, so the I can't remember what I was going to say. Well, I know, that was a good start of the race, wasn't it? People that can't drive. Chris Powell photography. Oh yeah, so the pricing of the G7X that I got, it was 500 with the with £50 of that was just insurance, so it's 2-year full accidental damage coverage, and it's from Amazon, so I know that they'll replace it immediately. So, you know. just a neat small package. It's actually been pretty awesome. The touchscreen on the back of it is surprisingly good as well. But yeah, I think the thing is the Sony cameras seem to have much better image quality on them. The lenses they use seem to be better for video and for photography in general. There's just a clarity to the Sony small cameras that's better. But the interface design and the sort of immediate functionality of the Sony camera is a total pain in the arse, and they're gradually improving it. But again, I mean, this is the thing. When it comes to the camera, when I'm using the camera, it's a case of I want something that just is super, super simple, works super easy. And I've been using Canon cameras for like 20 years, so it's all very obvious to me. Yeah, well, no, I realise that, BKS. I mean, this thing, though, if you go between, specifically with the Canon, yeah, so if you go between the Canon G7X Mark II and then the Sony equivalents, the Sony RX100s, there's like pros and negatives between them that are deal breakers either way for different people. But yeah, the battery thing on the Sony RX100, if you're filming it in 4K, the battery overheats constantly and the camera turns off. So basically, the 4K, unless you're just using it for quick clips, which is probably what they were expecting that for, is essentially useless. So, for the type of stuff I'm doing, the image stabilization on the RX100 is really bad relative to the Canon. For sort of just quick handheld stuff, but the image quality's better. It's like no one company has nailed the pocket camera. It's like they've got the features are there on the market, so we know technologically it can exist, and it can exist for like £500. But because there's a lack of competition within the camera marketplace, we sort of have this, we're stuck with two cameras that don't work perfectly. I'm really liking the G7X Mark II. I think if you were to buy the G7X Mark II for like if you could get it for £380, £400, it's an absolutely cracking camera, and as long as you bought it with some kind of insurance type thing, because they have a habit of the lenses getting stuck on them, which is a known issue. Like if they get dust in the lens mechanism, it messes up. But it's been absolutely just as a practical 1080p video camera and photography camera that I can always have in my pocket. It's insane. I can't believe how good it is. And I say it's got the touch screen and the general auto stuff, and it's really good. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, Random. I used my phone camera for quite a lot. It's actually what got me back into photography a bit, because I'd stopped carrying my DSLR. I was like, oh, I can't be arsed with this. So I just started using my phone camera. And at the end of the day, a camera's a camera. If you're carrying a camera, if you're into photography, if you've got a camera, you've got a camera. So you're pretty happy. You just use the camera that you've got as best possible. And phone cameras are amazing, but they just simply don't have obviously the lens, even at a basic level, and the basic functionality that you get from a designed camera. So this is why I think if you're someone if you're like into the photos, if you're into, you want the additional features, and you kind of like photography as something to play with, but you don't want to have some nonsense to carry around with you, the Canon G7X Mark II is incredible. I mean, so is the RX100 as well. If you're not doing video, or if you are doing video, it depends. As I say, there's pros and cons to both of them, even for video. BKS, yeah, they do take, in terms of general clarity, the sensor on them is very high resolution. But fundamentally, with photography, you have the reality of just a lens and how lenses operate and how much light and what you can choose with settings and zoom and all, all the options. So yeah, you can take like I say, you can take amazing photos with a mobile phone because it's down to the photographer to use it. But you are very, it's a phone camera, so you have to use it as you'd use a phone camera, and it's very limited, the options. I think what will happen, what will change is once we get proper light field technology. So you're starting to see some phones have like 2 or 3 cameras, but they don't really use them as proper light fields. It's just some like weird, very focal type image. But if you have a proper light field camera, you should be able to have a flat device that can take effectively any type of photograph, and then you can do what you want with it in post. But we're a good like decade away from that being significant. Well, that's it. That's the thing, CB. I don't know if you were just mirroring what I was saying. The best camera is the camera you've got. I love phone cameras. I think they're awesome. In general, you do sort of require a camera if you want to, on average, have the range and the options. Cameras are crap. Thanks, Stuart. I'm actually lying. I do all my YouTube videos and all my photography using a camera obscura. I'm just very good at tracing the image that's projected and then flipping it and manually flipping it. BKS, no, we are for proper light fields. We're quite the technology is already established. It's just very large, and AI is great, but it's massively overrated in terms of what it can do on a practical level. As you notice, why YouTube copyright stuff is absolutely terrible. Comment filtering, or why despite there being huge amounts of money in advertising, you still get sent adverts that are utterly useless to you. Which was the Views 3D camera? Can't remember what that one is. I don't think it's CB. It's not just the shallow depth of field, though, is it? It's if you've got a larger lens, you know how you can scale and frame things by zooming in and using the inherent qualities of the lens. Or if you've got a proper DSLR, you can then you can maybe put like a wide angle lens on it, or whatever for the specific image style that you're going for. Just gives you those options, whereas if you're using a mobile phone, you're limited to that specific lens type on that camera. I'm sorry, German Vettel. We're going to do our F1 race. I was playing devil's advocate. Because I know CB's a photographer. Well, I have noticed through the years, though, just the number of people that I've seen with like DSLR, massive DSLR cameras, telephoto lenses, all the bollocks, and yet their photos are absolutely garbage on a technical level. I mean, fair enough, people take what photos they want, but it's hard to say objectively for imagery and art, but their pictures are often shit. Well, large part of it isn't even necessarily a technical thing. It's that they're just not. A lot of people with cameras don't realise that putting a camera close to the ground it makes the image more interesting because there's more of a perspective of a lead-in, lining stuff up in a certain way and making sure the image you're taking out of has like an interesting focal point and something interesting in the foreground and something interesting in the midground, and then making sure that you're taking a photograph at a time of day where the light's interesting, or maybe there's something interesting with the clouds in the sky that's causing the light to be interesting, and then moving around in a scene to best take advantage of what's available. It's like there's a huge number of people that call themselves, I mean, anyone with a camera is a photographer, but they, you know, they think of themselves as being like amazing photographers, and they have really expensive kit, and it's like they don't do the very basics of sort of general planning or like visually thinking about what they're taking a picture of, if that makes sense. Golden hours. CB actually meant to write golden showers. Hi, Simon All Photography. Ramp muscle. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, if people want to buy expensive camera equipment, I guess it helps keep camera companies in business. But photography is like a thing. It's such inflated in price. It's just equipment. Like lenses are totally understandably expensive because a lens is very difficult to produce. A high quality lens, there's a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot of materials that go into it. So lenses are fine. But when you have stuff like tripods and like or additional equipment, and it's just like, oh my god, when you compare it to like computing stuff or other things, it's exactly like weird sports equipment where they just inflate the prices because they know people will buy it. Not that all tripods are terrible, you know, some tripods and equipment you can totally see where the money, where you actually getting the value from the money that you put into it, but it's like if you go retail and you're like looking at for like an ND filter or something, or graduated filter, and it's like, really, it's something that doesn't cost that much, and then you go into a retail shop and it's like, that'll be £40, and then you can find the exact same thing and it's actually probably worth like £5. I've been zigzagged. Steven Zingler. Whoa! Where's he going? Start to take a evasive action there. Hey, mate, maniac. Should bust in and take one. The stuff will be YouTube. It's not my PC. Oh, not my stream or my PC. My God, Mr. Zinger's all over the place. Oh, so am I. Let's try and smooth things out a bit here. For the drama effect. Oh, we gained a place, someone just died. So yeah, that was a nice little conversation about photography. What is it with photographers being super anal as well? Like, I've gone out with some photographers to just take pictures with like a group, and most of them were like just chilled out. It's like, oh, we're just out taking pictures and having a fun time. And there'll always be like that one guy that's like, oh no, you need to get this setting just right. And it's like, okay, is anyone going to notice in the final picture when they're looking back on their bloody screen? Oh dear. Photography. Well, yeah, I mean, I think anyone can use a camera, and anyone with a bit of training can probably take okay pictures. So the biggest part of photography is the research. Well, specific types of photography. It depends on the type of photography. But for like outdoors photography, a huge part of it is the research and the planning time and getting to a place at the right time of day. Hello, Chili Dog. Welcome to the channel, Bobby Shimada. Yeah, my first camera was is it Olympia? It's like a 1970s or maybe 1980s Olympia camera, film camera. But yeah, I mean, I would probably argue that of all hobbies, photography is probably one of the top hobbies for suffering from equipmentitis, where people buy very expensive equipment when that's the least. If the objective is to take like a nice picture or to just get nice photographs, that's like the least important thing. Like if you've just got a basic camera, just going outside and taking pictures it's like, you know, photography is about as boring as fishing. Well, I guess it's fair to sort of describe photography like fishing. I wouldn't say it's boring. I mean, it depends on the type of photography that you're doing though. I mean, obviously if you're doing portrait photography or like model photography, that's totally different to if you were doing like landscapes or travel photography, or you know, the different, I mean, the different types of photography are vast. I think product photography would make me want to stab myself in the eye sockets within half an hour. Hello, Panda Man. Weather's all right. I had a nice jog earlier, and it was cold but sunny. It just, with the photography and the whole buying of camera equipment, it's just really strange to me because literally, if your objective is taking pictures, you can literally get like a second-hand Canon 300D or something with a couple of lenses for a few £100, and with that you could literally take award-winning pictures, and the camera would be rock solid. You know, the technology has kind of stayed. There was a massive increase, especially with the DSLRs. There was a massive development up until about 2008 or 2009, where basically the development was getting up to a point where the cameras were exactly the same size as a film camera, 10 megapixels or so of resolution. Because at 10 megapixels, unless you're going to blow something up to the size of a building, you don't. Arguably, moving on from like 2008, I'd say there's been big developments in terms of sensor size, so low light performance. But if you're doing landscapes and stuff, you just keep your camera on a tripod. but yeah, for certain types of photography, that's made a huge difference. But in the vast majority of senses, the technology has kind of like stabilized since. I'd be fair, say like 2010, 2008, 2009. It's like if you spent the type of camera you would get for £500 in 2009 would still now be epic in terms of the quality that you get from it, the durability, you know, the objective technical qualities. So, in terms of the raw camera, I mean, lenses have always been expensive. They've stayed the same. But, lens, no, you need a telephoto lens so you can get the full Kibitzer nose. Well, there we go. We recovered to get an 8th. So, yeah, but I mean, as I say, the photography as a hobby, people get so lost in the equipment rather than getting out, going out and about. And that's one of the limiting things with photography. Unless you're massively creative, the amount of advantage a person has that can afford to fly to somewhere interesting and spend a lot of time being out and about doing photos relative to someone that's in a relatively boring place. Like, if you're in a boring place, you have to be like 1,000 times more creative to take an original photograph or do something creative. That's the real cost in photography, not the equipment. But there we go. There we go. Photo stories. Did you enjoy that photo stories race, guys? I feel like it was good. What does CB think? What does Chris Battle Photography think of our photo stories? Photo stories, a game of muscle. When I started this stream, I didn't think we were going to be talking about photography. Oh, CB's a Nikon boy. I'm going to have to punch him in the nipples. I tell you, for me, Nikon's camera bodies have always felt nicer than Canon camera bodies. The shutter sound on not obviously not on mirrorless, but on the DSLRs was always much better than the Canons. Nikon's historically the user interface on the Nikon cameras was needlessly fiddly, but they fixed that I think like 4 or 5 years ago, from what I remember. I'm just a Canon boy. I got used to the Canons, but I could have easily have just gone between them. But that's the thing, like in that £500 price point range, by the time we got to 2009, you could have bought a £500 Canon camera, a £500 Nikon, and you're basically going to get something that's perfectly fine either way. I think that'll work out an extra $10 with shipping. What's going on? We need a setup for this. I need a cup of tea. That's my setup. Ah, dear. But either way, as I say, my little pocket Canon G7X Mark II, I'm well happy with it. Oh, you said it 3 times. Did you make it? You made a server. Okay, all right, Izzy. Let's join this. I'm not. I'm slow, all right. I'm doubly slow. I need more tea. It's really weird with. I don't know what Nikon's like now. I'm not using Nikon DSLR for a long time, but with the Sony cameras, it's really weird that their UIs are so atrocious. As I say, maybe it's a Japanese thing, but Japanese games typically have a. Well, I was going to say, okay, maybe their UIs are actually a bit weird. Maybe it's a Japanese thing. But how does that happen? How does a company... What is it with UIs and businesses and just like not... Can't they just look at good UIs? Like, how does this... I mean, it took a long time for the internet with websites to actually get to a point. Oh, hang on. We've lost the image there. Every time I stand up, my screen turns off. I'm worried that there's like something going on with the connection. Yeah, why is it that companies are so bad at UIs? What's going on there? It's engineers. Blame the engineers. All they care about is the raw functionality. They don't get the UI. Yeah, well, no, I did check the cables when it did it before. It did. It's really bizarre because there's nothing. My headphone cable's not pulling anything. It's over there. The monitor's right in the distance. The rig's not even touching the monitor. It could be a power cable. It could be the power load. It could be drawing too much power. But why when I stand up? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm getting a cup of tea. I'll be back in a second, guys. Will the monitor turn off when I sit back down? No. It's weird. 38 likes, that's alright. Did someone have a setup for this? We may just get driving here. We'll do quali. I think I'll do some slick medium laps. 15 minutes here, so we just need to work out what's wrong with the car and then just do a quick tweak. I wonder if anyone has eaten a biscuit in an F2004 car before, in real life. I had to got to get my teacup on the floor. Oh yeah. Set a rocket. Ah, nice. Did you suggest this like 10 times before? Let's try this. The Schumacher biscuit pack. Hello, Andrew. It's an app turd. CB has joined the server and he's got a DSLR in his cockpit weighing him down. Well, we're doing Sim Racing System, guys. Our race after this. This is just a little practice for 10 minutes. It depends, Andrew. Sometimes a couple of days, because it's all done manually. No. Jash. I think that's part of AC. Go watch out the back sliding out on the brake mid-corner if I tap it. This might be quite a low downforce setup. This is a loose rear setup. It's sliding very easy. I sent him another email. Yeah, if they've not activated for a while. I think it's Enrique does it all manually, so. Is it Enrique Hanna? I can't say his name. Portuguese guy. Really friendly guy. I just sent him an email, Andrew. He's probably accidentally got missed or something. I don't know if the soft tyres last for the whole race, so I'm going to do quali with the soft tyres on, and then we'll know. I mean, they normally last 15 minutes, but I don't know if they'll last 20 minutes. Hello. Amaury, welcome. Amaury de Montfort. Whoops. Not a good time to read the chat. Hello. Welcome. Oh no! Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers for Poods. God will sort you out. What are you ill from? Pumping through my head. Are you sure you didn't just watch BBC News? Because you might not be ill. You might, you know, might just watch TV. Can we have a get well train for Poods? Show him the love. Get yourself on a direct drive wheel. Cult of muscle. Direct drive wheel cures everything. If you 10 minutes of driving with a direct drive wheel and you're cured. Leprosy, AIDS, doesn't matter. Direct drive wheel. I actually had I actually didn't have any legs or any arms, but 10 minutes with a direct drive wheel and I was cured. Oh, well, that's why you're sick, isn't it? See, told you. It's all your fault. I watched TV briefly in the 80s. Yeah, but was it Airwolf? Because if it was, then that's all right. Hang on, no, that's Knight Rider. I finally figured out. Good job, Fanatec. Spot on web design. Yeah, I think they're looking at changing their web server stuff. They're aware. Thanks, Iron Bull. I think you're probably right. I think the other solution is for me to not chuck the car in, which is what I was doing. Pooge. Oh, T, guys. Audi TT. Lemsip. I like Lemsip. Can't go wrong with a bit of Lemsip. Are you going to win? What are the odds? Can we have the Game of Muscle bookies? What are the odds on us winning? I'd say probably 40 to 1. Maybe like 50 to 1. 4,000 to... Oh, come on. It's not that bad. I mean, everyone's server might crash. F2004 to 1. Should I go? Jamie, if you're asking for permission, maybe you shouldn't get it. It's a lot of money to spend on a steering wheel. Just think what else you could spend that money on. You don't really need sim racing equipment, do you? What wheel are you using at the moment? Okay. Replace it with a direct drive wheel. You don't need to spend £600. You need to spend £2,000. Game of Muscle logic. I like the CSL Elite. I think you'll enjoy it, but I'm just saying there's more important things to spend money on than sim racing equipment. But I mean, if you can afford it, you can afford it. If you can afford a CSL Elite, you can afford a direct drive wheel, you know. Oh dear. But I need to get enough fuel in so I can get some practice in the qualifying session. I mean, £600 is a lot of tea bags. Well, I mean, you know, you could... Maybe you're going to die in a week, so you might as well just spend all your money on sim racing equipment and enjoy your last week on Earth. That's a good way to justify a ludicrous purchase. And at that moment, Jamie went out and bought a Radical. And off he went to the Nordschleife. If you do enough sim racing, you don't need a real job either. Apparently, that's how it works. Apparently, if you spend 10 hours a day sim racing pays you. Who'd have thought it? Hello, Project 771. Regrets suck. I regret that time when I had a chance to drop a boulder on Theresa May. I wouldn't have stopped the Conservatives, would it? With the CSL, you can keep your wheel and pedals if you want to upgrade to a DD later. Look at the guys in chat, all being like, all trying to encourage him. He's there with his finger on the button going, oh, my wife's going to kill me if I buy this, but I want the shiny simulator equipment. Oh, shall I buy it? My wife's going to murder me. Oh, it's Aussie Snig. This is the new type of Formula wheel. We're living in the 80s. This is an 80s Formula 1 wheel. I'm using the experimental Formula 1 wheel. Deal with it. This is an Australian Formula 1 wheel for guys that have suffered from severe box jellyfish poisoning. It's designed for single-hand use. You should know that, Aussie, if you know anything about race cars. Guys, check out Aussie Stig's YouTube channel. Click his name. He's on Instagram as well, and he's on Twitter. Check him out. The devil wants you to do it. The devil compels you to buy sim racing equipment. Have you been missold a direct drive wheel in the last 10 years? Cool. Have you been sold directdrive.com? How long? It's probably 20 minutes. Should be. Normally 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes. Buy one for your wife. Hide your wife. Hide your kids. Oh, look. Look at the wheel spin. I don't know these things, BKS. I just talked to my webcam in the chat room. I don't know. I don't know how the chat works. I just know we've got cameras everywhere. Hello. I should just have a camera that's focused on a biscuit. Hang on, can I fit a biscuit in the middle of my wheel? No. Direct drive. Biscuit. Right. The rheumatoid arthritis. Let's get a quali. Are you in the race, Aussie Stig? Mark Puck. Don't get... Aussie Stig can't go to Canada because people start hitting him with sticks on ice rinks. Because he's... Mark Puck. That was terrible. Apologies. Queen's going to be putting out a video to apologise for that soon. Hello, Gasper. Male chicken. Jamie, was it Jamie McEwen that's buying all this stuff? Who was it? Dom's not a doctor, is he? I think he meant RSI. He wanted to sound intelligent. That's where it always goes wrong. Ah! You need to learn to never want anything. 3. Have you had a fall? You remember the number. IT crowd is the best. It's an IT crowd reference there, guys. If you didn't get that, go and watch the IT crowd because you're missing out. Hey MRXP, after this, Izzy's doing a hour-long race. Well, we're doing an hour-long race. Izzy's sorted it out. And then we're going to fly to Goodwood. Dom GTR, he's not very bright. He's not very clever. No, he's very slow. Dom GTR. Dom GTR is like a solar panel on a cloudy day. There's not much electrical activity in his brain. It's Dom GTR. There you go. There you go, Dom. Ah, poor Dom. He's actually very clever. He's very clever. Buy from Amazon then, Jamie. If you can get the refund and stuff, you should just get it on Amazon. Amazon returns are amazing. Polio. He's got polio in a Formula car. He's ruined my quali lap. It's okay though. Defamation. It's not defamation if it's true, Dom. Oh dear. Double burn. 3rd degree burn. I've just thrown Dom into the fire pit. Dom needs plastic surgery now. I get more from the Fanatec affiliate, but don't save yourself money. Don't worry about me. I get enough from the Fanatec affiliate, you know, as it is. So don't worry about that. Just get whatever's cheapest for you. The only thing I say would be the, oh my god, the RMA stuff is like the main thing. But you should be still, you know, in some ways it might be better to buy from Amazon because if you have a problem, you might be able to just get it, you know, Amazon might just instantly replace it. Depends where you live. I mean, as far as I know, Fanatec support are quite good now. But I really like Amazon. I bought a slow cooker a month ago and it had a tiny chip in it. And I was like, it's got a tiny chip in it. And they're like, we could send you a new one or we could just let you keep it with a refund. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm locking up my rears too easy. Well, get it from Amazon then. Why is it cheaper on Amazon? That's weird. Save your money, Jamie. I mean, you can use my Amazon affiliate link as well. Even space is racist. Yeah, the two worst things about Fanatec are well, the three worst things. It's like they have good products, but the USB dongle thing it really annoys me. And then the USB dongle, the shipping, and the table clamp stuff. They're like the three things. I've brought it up with them. I don't know if they're going to change it. They're aware. Like I don't know if they care, but I'm not sure if they're the Apple of the sim racing world. I would say that's like iRacing, really. Because at least with the Fanatec stuff, there genuinely isn't a better product for the same price. With Apple, there categorically is a better product for the same price. You literally can't even, like, with the wheel rims, you can't DIY something as good quality with the feature set for a similar price. You would hope that Thrustmaster would... They started to do higher quality stuff, but they haven't done, like... It's still like a sort of 20-30% worse than Fanatec stuff. Is that a challenge? I don't know. If you can find stuff online, send me a link to it. I love stuff that's really good value for money. I think with the direct drive wheels, you've got stuff like the SimuCube and the new SimuCube DD2 stuff. I don't know what it works out with once you buy it with a rim. That's interesting. Because one of the big price costs with the OSW after the sort of 900 is that you have to buy the wheel rim, you have to get a button box for that, and you have to get a quick release, which typically adds another, well, absolute minimum £150. Realistically, probably like another 275 or so with postage and everything. So it's still cheaper, but 3D print a wheel. Oh, no, I should have gone into the pits and reset. I was not paying attention. I was not paying attention. I was just testing my tyre. Well, the soft tyres should last for the race, I think. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit with the softs. I've got too much fuel in to do a competitive quali lap. Oh no, maybe I do need the mediums. The softs are spinning up. Well, let's try and get a lap in here. Can someone double check if they're going to put the... Let me know if they're going to run with mediums or the softs in the race. I've got a suspicion that this setup is garbage. Worse than the default. Hello, Wabbit. Oh, no. Total Aero boy. Oh, I don't know if we need to put medium. I think I'll go with Thomas Smith's choice. I feel like this setup's terrible. Hello, Ellis. What is going on with this? No. Oh my god. No, I don't have enough time. Oh my Christ. Well, that's it. We're screwed. Okay. Jesus Christ. The tyre pressures are all over the place. I mean, I guess to stop me overheating on one side and the other, but still. I'm normally alright with this. Well, we're going to get smashed at the start, aren't we? Next time we'll practice a bit more for it. That's probably the sensible thing. Here we go. Woo! Bit of argy-bargy there. I had to move out of the way there. He was going to drive into me. Dude. Car on the inside, and then I went deep, but then that caused traction control to bog down as well. I locked up a bit. This setup's terrible. I think the default's better. I mean, maybe this setup's faster. Just the car's just not hooking up at all. Maybe set a market was a bad idea. Oh well. Gonna drive what we got. A car that doesn't want to turn and then suddenly drifts. A bad workman always blames his tool, but a good driver always blames the car setup. Have you not watched Formula 1? They're going to change Formula 1 to bad setup blaming racing. have a life. Ah! He's not hooking up at all. Like, whatever this guy's done to this setup is atrocious. It's like you turn in and the back just wants to lose grip. It's not that you're... It's not that the car's agile either. It's like you can't do anything. It's like you're locked to... You have to drive it like an iRacing car. No, it's not. The traction control's not the problem. It's... Traction control's fine. It's not even kicking in. You can hear it. It's just the way it's set up with the turn-in. The back's basically just coming out on the turn-in, so without the car actually turning in. Normally the back comes out and it's useful. No, it's not like an alien setup. Normally with alien setups, the back's super loose, but the car also rotates easy. This is like the back's just... It's not turning in, but then the back is messed up. It's like the worst. It's like it's like you took the worst qualities of an alien setup. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, maybe it's fast. Hello, James. Yeah, normally with alien setups, the back's like really nice. Like the car just rotates. It makes it hard to drive in a sense because you have to react to it. But the car actually goes in. That's the whole point of it. But I've got to deal with it. Well, it is awful for my... I know that I'm massively off with this car. Because we've driven this quite a few times. I'm familiar with if we're driving it all right or not. We're in Holy Seventh. We're in Holy Sixth. Yeah, it'd be interesting to do a comparison. See, a large part of Red Bull Ring is hammering those tight corners, so you carry the speed, and then you've got the speed onto the straight, and that gets you loads of time. I don't feel like I can be committed at all. So I feel like I'm losing like 1 or 2 tenths through those tight corners. Ah, I got stuck on the bumps. Josh is dead. You can, yeah, the other aspect with this setup is I can't dab the brake to nose the car into the corner, mid-corner. It just induces understeer. But if I move the brake bias further back, I'm worried that it's just gonna the rear's gonna be even worse than what it is now. Hello, Andrew. The force feedback also feels sloppy with this sap as well. So I don't know what is going on with this set. It's as if we've got like really loose suspension or something. All very strange. Oh, Billy Strange. See, there is even the lift off. Ah, I've got cramp. Not good. No. 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 Ow. 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 Go away. Even the lift-off oversteer is not bringing the back round. So, never using this setup again. Oh, see, I'm going wide to avoid the car on the inside. Oh my god, this setup. I'm going to keep complaining about this setup. This is not one of the best cars in AC. This setup has made it drive like a sandwich. I think this setup was designed by Greg's. So Greg's sandwich setup special. It's one of those tracks where people often mess up those hairpins. I'm thinking maybe they've set this up so it can take the curb in a bit. Because I can see how that would gain you a lot of time if you can absolutely smash that curb in without losing the car. sausage, yeah. It's brutal on this track. A lollipop. Thanks for that. Thanks for that conundrum. Get into the F1 flow, or at least try. I think Shui would be complaining over the radio. It's a really nice circuit with Formula cars. We are closing the gap between Janos. There's only 2 or 3 laps left. We're getting Will Dawson's getting close to us now. Hello, gluten-free. I turned the steering wheel like a few degrees and the tyres are scrubbing out. At least with AC you can feel it through the force feedback. That's nice. Oh my god. These are normally the easiest corners. They defended the inside there. Yeah, I think the default setup's way better. Maybe it's slower though. Oh no! Will Dawson. Woo! Nice little battle here. My car's all over the shop. Maybe the downforce is just really low on this set. Look how much we're gaining on the straights. Aero boy! Yeah, the downforce is ridiculous. That must be what it is. Traction control is on. Traction control doesn't save you from the... I mean, it controls the rear nicely, but it doesn't magically stop it from losing grip when there is none. Yeah, the 19.1 setup. I don't know what's going on with it. It's not nice to drive. Oh, Holy Seventh, as it was foretold in the Holy Book of Muscle. It was a good race. It was nice racing. Right, we're going to check the times here and then see what the... I want to give it a test with the other setup, with the default. 107.147. Alright, so our lap times potentially were in the top 4. I was using medium tyres. Oh, this guy's got a 106. He got absolutely destroyed. So, hang on, 107.147. I'm going to do a quick test offline. Thanks, guys. It was good. It was all right. It was good fun. Just do a quick test with this. Can someone remember my time? So I can't remember stuff like that. Then we'll go to we've got an hour-long race. Oh, there it was. I can't remember what the road surface was at. I think that's about right. The road was at optimal, wasn't it? 100%. Okay, let's just give this a quick test with the default setup. Nato, you just have to avoid the crashes. You just have to give people loads of space and then qualify up front. Battle Royale is server 2. Ah, sim racing, guys. You just need pillows attached to your sim rig. Right, we're going to do default setup. Mediums. About 30 litres of fuel. I do need to change the gearing. That's about it, really. Yeah, I think the track temperatures were like 26. Well, we'll have a ballpark. I'll know from the car handling and if it's relatively close. Someone rewind the stream and tell me what the track temperature was on Sim Racing System. It should say you can see it on the screen at the left. Oh, is it 20? Oh, okay. I need to turn tire blankets on as well. 28? Are you sure? Was it on 28? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I've got to find this out. It was on 28C. 3060. What? What? It's like in the desert. Next, I just want to get this done quickly. Right. Is that the road temperature? Road temperature, yeah, okay. Right, let's try that quickly. Yeah, I'm joining the server. I just want to find this out. Come on. Just have a thermos with a cup of tea. It's all good. It's all good. No, psych. That James West guy can't drive. Be very careful of him. He's a terrible driver. Awful driver. Just causes accidents all the time. I hate him. I'd never drive with that James West guy. Awful. Sam, that's because my voice is like the droning of a... I don't know. What was the lap time? Hello, Ben Wilson. Okay, I made the gears too long. Forget that. This is the new IL2 Stomovic. Let's give that a go. No, it's alright. Someone will leave, Izzy. I'm just doing 2 laps here. Curiosity has to be satisfied. I want to prove myself wrong, and then I can't complain about setups. There we go. See, that's actually... The default setup's way more nimble on the rig. Got to be so much more careful. Got to unlearn. Okay, let's see what we get. Well, I'll slow through that. Oh, well, was I a lot slower? Yeah, but I'm just getting an idea. So what was my best time of that race? 107.1 was it? Give or take. Yeah. Yeah, but it wasn't fun to drive. It might have been a fast setup. If you could get that the performance without it flopping, then you know, you'd have to change it. I think you could reduce the aero on the default setup, and I mean, as I say, it's hard to know without all the other stuff being exactly the same. But that default setup's 1,000 times more fun to drive. No, I don't use RSR live timing because it's got my voice in it. It's annoying. Yeah, that setup I think just had really low downforce, which is why the tyres were doing the understeer through the corners. But I think I don't know. I'm terrible with setups. it just wasn't fun to drive. That's the primary thing. That setup was really fast on the straights. Because that F2004 car is one of my favourite cars. So normally it just feels really hooked up. Ah, well, there you go. Bit of quali here. Is this fixed setup or are we aero boying? There's more aero boy shenanigans going on. Filthy regs are in, nice. Bit of a GT3 off. Hang on, let's take some more fuel out. Get a bit of a quali lap in here. So this is our feature race. Feature race. It's a race with features. It's a race with I can't drive out of the pit lane. Because we're doing our own hour-long race. My voice is in everything. I am the voice. Yeah, but this is with our filthy subscribers, so feature race. We could do the Mazda race tomorrow. Understeer race. I thought I read that. Is this a cop car? It's a GT3 cop car. Understeer. Woo! I'm gonna learn to take more speed out of corners. Who needs to brake for that? This track's too bumpy, guys. Can someone smooth it out a touch? Oh. Deploy steamrollers. It's almost as if this track is built on sand and it's subsided. Yeah, this car is the understeer wagon. It's fine though. We'll push through it. So what tyres do you think we're going to need for the hour-long race? We're going to put the mediums on. Can someone work out the fuel levels and everything for us here? I'm going to make silly mistakes again. We're going to embarrass ourselves with a silly mistake, as usual. Oh no, Roki! I knew it! I knew it all along. My face was a mistake. I went to the plastic surgeon and I said, can you fix it? And they went, no, but we can move the hair off the top of your head and put it on the bottom. I was like, deal. David Dickens, real deal. I'm a plastic surgeon, not a miracle worker. That's not a nice thing to say. Damn it! My sexy mood lighting. Oh, it's on. It's just that I've got a bit of an issue with my because I've got the two cameras. The Windows doesn't get the idea of the LG cameras properly. It's a stupid bug. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's the kind of thing I would do. Exit the pits into the guy that's doing a hot lap. Thank you. Yeah, the light colour's not going to show because of the camera brightness. Only lets me adjust the brightness and contrast of one of the cameras. Good job, Windows. Oh, the pedal cam's fine because it's a different brand of camera. It's a problem with Windows. It's always existed where if you have some cameras that are the exact same brand and like identical, and you plug two of them in, then when you try and use the software, it like only adjusts one of them. The Microsoft HD cameras do it as well. It's down to the drivers and how they do the addressing of the devices. Well, we're gonna have to put the mediums on for the race anyway. She's not going to drive pretty. Should just change car. We'll get a bit more front splitter, a little bit less rear. Yeah, well, maybe, but we've learnt from the history of doing last-minute setup tweaks that it doesn't help. To do it like in a session beforehand, really. Get the fuel up here. This is the hour-long race. It's a race that goes on for an hour. Well, it is. There's only 11 minutes, so I'm not at pace anyway. There's no point fiddling with setups until I'm at a basic pace. Unless you just want to send me a setup that's like a known fast setup, I'll take that. I don't even know what fuel levels we need. I need a team for this. I don't do this stuff. I just turn the steering wheel left and right and push the gas pedal whilst talking rubbish. Well, send me an Aero Boy setup then. Oh, testes. Oh, you set it to 200% fuel. Okay. Let me get a lap with this. Then we'll do Isaac West setup. Oh, they all pit cheated me. Can't trust anyone. Oh, good old cold fronts here. Just lower the pressures. Probably already on the lowest setting. Okay, let's... Go on then, Isaac. I'm giving you control of your team, Isaac. Let's get to the what we're doing. Go through it each one at a time. I don't care if the back's crazy. I don't care if it's hard to drive. Just tell me what to do that'll make it faster. Go. Go. Go, Isaac. Hey, Yunjin Bai. Yunjin Bai. Grandma muscle. Hang on, no, we start off with gears. Are the gears okay? Let's do one tab at a time, so then other people can follow along. You're going to have to give me values. I'm not going to arbitrarily just raise and lower it. I'm lowering the pressures of these tyres because they were too cold anyway. Okay, what are we doing? I mean, the front splitter. Front. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to set it to? We're on this suspension here. Well, we've got like 2 minutes to do this, so hurry up. Come on. Wheel rates. Wheel rates. Go on. We're worst garage in the world. You should have done this. You should have sorted this out before I came to the pit. Should have already been done. I'm waiting for suspension values, because if I put it to the lowest setting, we're just going to be grating along the floor. 6 minutes, 2 minutes. Isaac West, come on, man. Nose 2 clicks. Okay. This is going to do nothing. Right. Rear 2 clicks up. Okay. The heights. Yeah. Then now what? Now what? Quick. Next one. There's a delay. Delaney. Oh, you meant on this. Wheel rates 2 clicks. Okay. And make the height -7. So we've already done 2. There we go. Well, I've just done what you said. Well, what do you want the height on the front? Okay. That's where we started. We're good? We're good there? Good 2 minutes. I'm not going to start the hour-long race without driving this. We've got a minute. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that. I don't do setups. So this is all stupid. This is why we should just fix setup. I mean, who cares about this? Every car we go in is going to be different. And all the simulator... If it was, like, consistent between every simulator doing all these tweaks, it'd be fantastic. But I just know from fast drivers... There's always some, like, stupid nonsense thing that overrides anything that's sensical. So it's like it's not even worse. It's not even worth it. We've run out of time, Isaac. We've run out of time. I'm just going to do see if I can get a fast lap with this. We'll see if this spring can drive awful. We'll give it a go anyway. We don't have to drive that amazing. We qualified 8th with default setup. Now this is our own server random. What's that thing is, I'm not that fast of a driver anyway, so it's not like, you know, when you get into like alien drivers, this guy's going to need to be kicked probably because he's lagging so much. When you get to alien drivers, tiny tweaks of the setup are going to make a huge difference. For someone like me that's probably going to bin it within the course of an hour, it's just like a general overview stuff. Just having the car respond at a basic level is good enough. And then with the fixed setup, I think it is... Well, we've kind of agreed it's just that you have to set it up on the server. It's a pain in the arse. There's something funky going on with the tyres here. It's as if there's way too much... the car's bouncing all over the place. It's like there's too much suspension. I mean, it's turning in a bit better. It's like the fronts are oscillating. Yeah, now the ARB setting's causing the back to fly out as well on the throttle. It's driving like a plank of wood with bouncy suspension. It's like a contradictory setup. I might as well just stick with the default setup. This is why I just can't be bothered with this setup. It's just like, why bother? Because there's other people that are going to be in the server here with some other arbitrary setup as well. And instead of racing them, they're going to be there going, oh, my car's too slow. Or, you know, rather than just racing, it's going to be like setup rubbish. Do you know what I mean? So I might as well just go back to defaults. This is setups. It's just a waste of time. I'm just going to default it. Yeah, exactly. Well, this is the thing. Just use defaults then. Are you driving the Porsche? This is the other thing with setups. You can do all these tweaks, and everyone's got like their little setup thing as well. Outside of the reasonable, there's different scenarios, but there are certain setups which are objectively fast setups, like having the right gear ratios, lowering the car as low as possible, and whatever. There might be a dog of a car to drive. There's some objective things that make cars faster in each simulator. Outside of that, though, there's people that always have like their little setup that they do and this and that. And it's like, oh, it makes it so much better. And it's like, no, it's bollocks. It's like, you might like it, someone else might not like it, but you know, we're gonna do this is all setup shenanigans. See, Tom's always on default and he always wins. And there you go. How much fuel are we going to need with 200%? Tom always hacks. He's a hacker. He's using drugs though in real life. How much fuel are we going to need for the pit? I'm calm. I'm calm. I need a pee. I'm not calm. How much fuel do we need? 35 laps. Oh, Christ. Do we need to change tyres? I need to go to the toilet. It's too much stress. I can't take it. We're going to be flight simming. Instead, we're doing setup winkling. Right. I'm going to the toilet. We're going to miss the race. Might have to reset this session. I have no idea how much fuel we need or if we need to change tyres. Oh, we get a bit of a... There we go. See what happens here. I mean, imagine if you were going to go riding your bicycle for an hour. And then you're like, oh, let's spend 20 minutes changing the setup. Oh, dear. We'll miss a race start. You know, or if you're like going to go canoeing... I know, let's spend an hour setting up our canoe. That'll be fun. So we're just racing with friends here. It's alright, Soul's just warming up. Don't worry about it. Mona Muscle in full chat. Oh, it's just set up. I just want to, like, I don't know about you guys, but I just want to race, have close racing. Nice racecraft and chat rubbish. You know, I don't want to have the scenario where 4 guys or 2 guys are like Linford Christie and a bunch of other guys are slow and there's no racing. Well, Isaac West, it might be, but it depends on the class of racing. And in real life, the team... for the bulk of it, sets up the setup. The driver might say, oh, the car seems a bit understeery through here, or this isn't quite working. But then the team sets the car up. The driver doesn't need to tweak on everything. And then in a lot of cases, the teams in real life will know what is generally the best sort of setup for the circuit for the given car. So... this is the whole thing with this obsession is sim racing with setups. It's like, it's literally, largely, it depends. I can see the attraction of it. It can be good. But it's largely just a massive waste of time if your objective is close racing with people. And even on the high level, a lot of it is people just running dry runs of a track for hours and hours and hours. To get a slight edge with setup, it's like, oh, just have the same bloody cars. Look at Formula 1. If they all had the same car... I know, obviously, that's different cars rather than just setup, but you know what I mean? I mean, at the end of the day, if you're Tom the Dentist, it doesn't matter. You could be driving a wheelbarrow. You still beat everyone. No, he just lost it behind us. I think he was following us. Hello, middleman Si. They should just swap F1 cars with Indy cars. Or they should just give everyone the same car. See, look at this. All our tyres are cold here. Is that because of the default setup? Well, I'd lowered the tyre pressures. Why would the default setup with medium tyres cause this? Like, why would you have the default be so bad? For the tyre temps, if that's the main thing. Have to change the camber and the tyres to keep them to get the temperature in them because they're on the lowest pressure. Maybe I could drive a bit more aggressive. The other thing with AC, it seems like the tyre temperatures are like from car to car, and how it heats up is just like all over the place. I mean, maybe it is in real life. I mean, I don't know, but it you know. Well, I increased the front splitter by a notch. Car is generally turning in. Well, in Race Room, the aero doesn't do anything. Unless they fix that. The old aero to zero hack. And then in Project Cars 2, you've got to remember to open the radiator maximum if there's no damage on the server, which you may or may not know if there's damage on the server. Hello, Justin. This is what I mean with the... And it makes a huge... In Project Cars 2, that radiator thing, based off damage, is a massive advantage. And that zero wing thing in Race Room is a moderate advantage. Yeah, the thing is, though, Midlife Crisis, I could see how it would be fun if if the simulators were like properly consistent with it, and if I was a particularly good driver that was very consistent. The only people that I've ever seen where the setup tweaking is justified are like relatively competitive people doing league racing, where they can literally drive a lap within a tenth over and over again constantly, change the setup, and they could drive it exactly the same constantly. So for those people, it's all great. But the vast majority of people I've ever seen tweaking setups outside of that context, their driving is making a bigger difference than the car setup. Like, it's so much of it is placebo. I mean, how many times are you, like, racing a default setup and they're like beating someone that's supposedly got a really good setup? You know. Outside of basic stuff, like having the right gearing for the track. Those are kind of things that sort of go without saying. I'm not grumpy. I think might or might not be the case, but I'm from out of all the simulators, I think R Factor 2 might have the best sort of consistency between the setups and it actually making sense. Like, so if you were to invest the time into it, it's probably worthwhile. I mean, if you're only going to be playing iRacing or you're only going to be playing Assetto, then it's maybe worth the investment. If you're just driving one car, you're just doing that one sim, then fair enough, you're learning it for that sim, you know you're going to be doing that. Going to the Ben and Jerry's. I'm all right. I'm just complaining about setups, Smobby. At least Big's not based on fruit. I mean, come on, how ridiculous was that? When did they find out about that? It was pretty late, wasn't it? Was it after the F1 esports? Whoops. I always wear odd socks, Jim Bob. Let's have a vote in chat. Which is obviously the best? Fixed setup racing or open setup racing? What do you guys type? Fixed or open? See, the thing is, I do think open setups do make sense for endurance racing. Or like proper longer racing, where there's obviously that strategic aspect of it is very important. But that's, you know, that's less casual anyway. That's it's a totally different type of sim racing. He's landing the plane so softly. Why, just for sprint racing, why wouldn't you want it so that everyone's racing with the same? Because I'd say the downside, I think there's a valid argument in going the tactical. You lose the tactical element. But in a sprint race, the race is so short, that tactical element's not... I mean, you might want to make it the emphasis. There's no steadfast rules, but... Yeah, really, for the most engaging, exciting to watch, close racing, I think fixed is the way to go. I think even in real world racing, I mean, it's like the, I know it's not exactly analogous as an argument, but as a spectator, I'd much rather know that a driver A has beaten driver B through pure race technique, driving car-based technique, rather than, and maybe even still like stuff like pit stop strategy. But you go, well, that setup comes into play there because if you're going to put more fuel in the car, you need to do different things to get for the tyres and everything, you know. So there's that, but still going bloody. What did Billy Strange type? I missed what Billy Strange typed. I was too busy going around a corner. Yeah, so I think I would go with sort of open or semi-open setups for a race that's longer than like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and endurance racing, and then fixed setup for anything that's under 90 minutes or under 60 minutes. I'll just instantly contradict myself there. Time, how does it work? Oh yeah, I'm with fixed setup. I'm assuming that the setup that is fixed is something that's not a stupid setup. Well, that's the thing, Stuart, because I'm very clearly, in terms of skill level with sim racing, I'm in that sort of top 20%, where, you know, the top 1% are well, it's not even top 1%. So I'm in like the top 5%, and the top 0.1% are like your aliens, like your mental drivers. And then you have like in the top 5% where I am are people that generally know what they're doing. If they put time into the circuit, they can drive moderately okay. If I was to enter a global hot lap competition, I'd be in like the top 300 to 500 people out of say there's a hot lap competition with like 10,000 entrants. I'd probably be in that top 500 somewhere if I put a bit of time into it. And now if you're in that category as me, it's like you. Well, I know that's why I just made it more clear, Star Fox, because the distribution in sim racing is like a crazy bell curve with that last. Oh no, Mike's starting a ruckus. Whenever I've done hot lap competitions, I normally come like 200th and something if I put time into it. So I think that's... My Summerfield loves a bit of iRacing. Who doesn't? But yeah, so if you're not in that crazy alien category, total machine, then it's a whole different ball game. But if you're in that sort of, you know, kind of what you're doing, then really you just want to have good close racing. So I think those type of drivers probably favour a fixed setup. I need to work out what's going on with ACC force feedback. Part of me hopes it's just broken with my wheel. But it doesn't make sense that it would be. It just seems like it's scaled wrong. 200 down to 440. Well, I should definitely try entering some like more proper racing. Might do some endurance stuff. I think it could be interesting. I'm fully expected to get my ass 100% handed to me, but I think it'd be fun. Hey, Pete. The thing is, when the game's in development, there's probably going to be things that change forwards and backwards as stuff's improved and changed. Yeah, in a real car, you feel everything through your body. I don't know if you've ever been go-karting. Even in an awful car, you feel everything through your body. Even on a skateboard. You feel it through your feet on a skateboard, actually, for the most part. Well, I do. Not that much grip on a skateboard. I think what could be nice with ACC, I mean, I don't think the force feedback's ever going to change, so I'm really hoping it's just not working properly on my kit. But the the dynamic weather and time of day and doing like an endurance race on it potentially could be really fun. Well, I'm terrible at skateboarding. I'm alright at... I say I'm alright at skiing. Compared to someone that goes skiing every other month, I'm terrible. But I'm okay at skiing. Like, I can ski to a basic... For a British person, I'm very good at skiing. for like a European, I'd be terrible. I used to have a snakeboard, but I never got around to getting the foot ties so you could jump with it. You can't do like kick flips and stuff with a snakeboard because the two ends are independent. Oh man, I'd love to go skiing again. I really want to go surfing actually. I guess we could do that this summer. Should I do a surf video? Game of Muscle drowns. Last time I went surfing I almost drowned, so yeah, that'd be a good one. Drowning with Game of Muscle. I wonder if we could live stream it. I'd have to like mount a phone to a surfboard somehow. Not going to be very clear footage. I never understood skateboarding. It just seems very awkward. It's crazy impressive when you watch pro skaters and how they do what they do. Because it's so like, a skateboard is such a bad device. I was more into things strapped to my feet like roller skates. And skis. Why do people quit in a 1 hour race? Pull the helmet camera on. That's what the bulb patch is for. It's a sticky. It's the M4 tape zone. Well, I could ride a skateboard. I would never drop in on a ramp with it. I tried dropping in on a ramp with my snake board, and that was terrifying. Did it on with rollerblades is fine. Now, rollerblades make perfect sense, but a normal skateboard, it's just bonkers. It's always tea time, Stefan Hayes. You say that, Bill Bloodshed, but it wasn't Tony Hawk's like 6'3" or something. He's pretty tall. No excuses. I want to see a 1080 from you. Do a kickflip. Yeah, I was worried about breaking my ankles every time I tried skateboarding. Skateboarders are like iRacers. They're just like punishment and pain. With rollerblades, I put them on my feet. I must have been like, what, 11, first time, and I was rollerblading straight away. No worries, rollerblading. Perfect. Makes perfect sense. Same with skis. Took like a day with skiing. Happy times. Fell off into the door of a car. And that's when Billy realised and that's where his love for cars started. I will defeat the car by becoming a car. We said the fuel was at 200%, so I've turned it up. Ow. Oh, he's done GTR. Oh, well, I can't take the... Do I have to refuel? I thought the whole point was... that we had to pit for fuel. It's not at 200%, is it? Because we're barely using fuel here. Can we adjust the pit strategy before we go into the... Can we do it on an app? This is just what they do in real life racing. They get the mouse out on their leg and then they look through the apps to find the pit app. This is exactly how it works. So you have to start driving into the pit lane. Is that the only way you can get it? Yeah, there's no... You can't change it other than driving in. Just lay on the keyboard. Pro strats. Tom the Dentist is 15 seconds ahead of us. Try and drive a bit faster here. Can't do a kickflip in a Porsche, it's too heavy. Might be able to do an ollie. Hit. I wonder how much force it would actually take to do an ollie with a car. I'm betting a fair amount. I'm starving. I've got some potatoes in the fridge. After this race, potato party, potato chicken. I've run out of tea. No catering facilities in this car. Useless vehicle. Surely a thermos wouldn't weigh down the Porsche too much. On the edge of the track there. Is it? Why does it say X-Pain 11? Did I have the title wrong? Sorry. Thank you. Got out of the way. That was nice of him. El appreciatio. Well, I've got a pit, but I don't think I need any fuel. I know I need like 5 litres of fuel. What are you up to today, Billy? Are you just are you editing anything? Chilling out, shooting some b-ball, starting trouble in the neighbourhood. Complain a muscle, he will complain all day. His tea is cold, his feet are broken, and he has cramp in the leg. Subscribe to Billy. Billy Beatbox Boy. Billy needs more subscribers so he can get a DD wheel. Subscribe to Billy right now. Billy Strange's direct drive wheel. Will he get one this year? X-Pain 11's ruined me. I had so much fun playing Orbex, the flight scenery, flying through London in my last video. Honestly, absolutely mind-blowing. I forgot how much I enjoyed just looking at buildings from the sky. I think we need to give up driving sims and just play flight sims. Hello to Alpha Forza. I've got to flight sim age. I definitely think so. I was looking at forcing back flight yokes, and it's like £1,300, and I'm half I'm half tempted. If I can like, I need to work out if it's gonna, if there's any other companies making them, and if the value of it's going to change. If I know it's like a DD wheel where it's going to stay the same price over the next 10 years, then it's all I can like justify it because I could eBay it if I needed the money, but. Yeah, we have to pit next lap. He takes a. I don't know how we adjust the. We can't adjust the pit stop. We'll try 2 Alpha Forza. Guys, what score do we get for complaining this stream? How many complaints out of 10 are we on? I did warn you guys I was tired before we started. I was complaining more when I'm tired. Lack of biscuits. And chronic sleep deprivation. 42 out of 10. 8.9 out of 10. You must be with the Russians. 7 out of 10. It's always 7 out of 10. Oh, and I was meant to pit this lap. Next lap, guys. Whoa, there's the sausage. Hello, Valentinus Markovanovigus. We're about to put 10 times too much fuel in the car. Right, we'll pick this lap. I don't know if we can take the fuel out. I mean, we could probably do with swapping the tyres over, which takes half an hour in AC for some reason with GT3 cars. Hello. Why? Oh, why can't I change it? Oh, great. Oh, God. Great pit stop. Where's my pit box? Oh, no! Great. Great. Great pit stop there, guys. Jesus Christ. Too much fuel. Missed the pit box. For Christ's sake. Yeah, good job, team. Oh, Jesus. Right, we're playing flight sims after this. I was distracted. Oh, my God, I was distracted. I couldn't get it to activate. Banned. Great. Fantastic. Top notch. Right, next feature race, guys. We're doing a fixed setup, and I'm practicing pit stops, so I have a bloody clue where my pit box is. Just try not to block this, guys. I was somehow managed to be even slower than my pit box, guys. I don't know how. It wasn't as bad as that pit stop at on iRacing where we drove into the wrong pit lane at Spa with the Skip Barber. That was a little bit worse. Come on, wheels, warm up. It's Tom the Dentist hacking. As usual. Tom the Hacker Dentist. He's not even trying. I need, like, the team on the radio telling me exactly what to do. I'm a driver here. I'm not meant to use my brain. I've just got the ability to turn the wheel and push pedals, that's it. I'm role-playing as a race driver. Otherwise, it'd be unrealistic. Unfortunately, my pit crew are role-playing as Ferrari mechanics, so... out of luck, really. Pharaoh 404 brain not found. I need rebooting. Need this T startup sequence. We got no grip. We've got to get back to glorious 7th. Well, yeah, it is, but the lollipop guy needed to make it more obvious. Look, the red glowing outline just wasn't clear enough whilst I was looking at my pit. If the fuel strategy was done, I wouldn't have been fiddling with that to miss the pit box. Overloaded. the brain capacity. I'm like an Apollo 11 guidance computer. It can only cope with like one instruction at a time. It's all woven into the memory, knitted in. You can't make last minute changes. Well, you can, but it often results in unexpected consequences. Has anyone died whilst watching this? I guess they're not going to type anything. I wouldn't be surprised. I wonder how many people have died whilst watching this channel over the years. Hello, Galaxy Master. Apologies, your life's ruined now. Sorry that you've found this. You might want to leave whilst you still can. Welcome along. Welcome to the land of high-skill pit stops and top-notch strategies with no complaining. Yeah. I heard about that. Were you in the second split? I did alright in my split. I wasn't happy with my setup, but... Don't worry, it doesn't get any better. Sim racing, with sim racing, it's basically just downhill all the way. Sim racing is like skiing down a slope, only there's no ski lift at the bottom. Hang on, Tortellini's in the pits and we've overtaken him. What a move. I'm dying inside. Just 10 minutes of game of muscle and all your internal organs start failing. You might have thought you had a kidney when you started watching this, but you don't anymore. You'll notice after a while there'll be some blood dripping out of your eye sockets. That's perfectly normal. That's why most of our viewers watch with bandages over their eyes. Just get some plastic cling film that does the job. Cross-country skiing is up and down. Sim race is just down. We're doing some flight simming after this. We're flying to Goodwood. We're going to fly from London City to Goodwood. Because there's wood that's good at Goodwood. Retiring from sim racing. I started with a T150. Oh dear. See what I mean? Just think what you could have spent that money on. You could have had a holiday. You could have got a Ryanair plane to like south of Spain for the price of a T300 and your life would have been better for it. Oh, we're back in 7th, guys. The other people were so slow, they were worse than me, which has allowed me to retake 7th. Champion of the slow drivers. Glorious 7th. Every race. Doesn't matter how long it is. Hang on. Oh dear. How many classes of car are there in Le Mans? We need to work out which car finishes in 7th, and then if I enter that, we've won it. Why did Tom rage quit? Was he finding it too easy? He probably died of boredom. Maybe his drugs ran out. What do they display on top of that mother's sign? It's got like a number board. Hey Martin. My pit stop preset changed to the wrong one and I didn't know how to change it. You use the arrow keys. Ah, see? See guys? Even the dentist can be baffled and destroyed by AC's pit menu. So, and Tom's a winner. Oh man, AC's on my side for a change. Tom the dentist destroyed. Ah, I thought I was bad. Well, you should have thought about that, Tom. You should have known that before going into the race. All real-world race drivers have a keyboard next to them. You noob. Michael Schumacher, one of the fastest typers whilst driving an F2004 car. Ayrton Senna with his IBM mechanical keyboard. Oh, what a legend. You should have seen him type as he drove through Monaco. He did lose a key once. No, I got this wheel with SimuCube. It was one of the SimuCube Simplicity SimuCube sets. It's nice. I think if I was buying a SimuCube wheel now, I'd just get one of their DD2s probably. Not DD2, you know, the Sport Edition I think it's called. That's probably what I'd go for if I was going to get a DD. If I wasn't going to get a Fanatec DD, I'd get one of them. I think. Do I have any regrets in life? Probably. I can't do anything about it though, so you know. There's you can I don't know, because it's like you can regret stuff, but I don't think about it because there's no point, if that makes sense. Regret being born. I don't have any choice in that. Ridiculous. This car field of view is amazing. Oh. Yeah, SimuCube's good. Ah, Tortellini's behind us. He wants to come through. We'll let him through. Release the Lini. And then punt him. We have to punt him very hard so that we can lap him. I'm pretty sure they are, Martin. I've just got this SW20, so I don't know about the other wheels. Oh, do they not? Oh, fair enough. I've not used their other wheels. I don't know if it's okay. I have never used their wheels, which use their own custom software. What a cruisy bruisey! Guys, if we finish in 7th, we've technically won. Just putting that out there. Eight minutes left here. Thomas Schmidt's behind us. 16-second gap. I'd use a virtual mirror and also use Helicorsa. In ACC, I'd turn it off because it slows down the game a lot. Oh, we've got a horn on this. It's a real car. Woo! Oh, that's pretty good, CB. It's nice to see DD wheels come down in price. Got to get some more PBs here. I mean, well, that's the thing with the Fanatec DD1 and DD2. For the vast majority of people, it's probably going to be the best solution, just because you know exactly what you're getting. Get the wheel rims. People probably already have Fanatec pedals, so they can plug them into it and everything. Adjust all the settings through the software, and you know it's going to be supported. I mean, the other wheels will be supported as well, but just from general consumer peace of mind. Well, I've used the Fanatec DD1 and DD2, and it's basically the same as the Simucube stuff, unless the new Simucubes are massively different. I don't think they will be, though. I mean, at the end of the day, they're a servo motor attached to a power supply with software. Not been much racing in this race, I have to say. It's been more of a desert bus. I thought he was pulling over. He was not pulling over. Pull over did not happen. You have to leave space. I drove into him. I like 8 megabits for streaming. What's that? Sim Racer Guy. You need for... Yeah, 8 megabits is fine because then you upload at 7 megabits and that. You need like 1 meg overhead to not get like drops and stuff. So basically, as long as you're streaming at like 5.5 megabits, that's good enough quality for a live stream. But 6 megabits is ideal. Why have the grid quit? That's an hour-long race. You have to stay in it. They just don't have the stamina. I don't know why you would, you know, why would you join it if you're not going to hang around? We'll see who the true strong men are at the end. We'll see who the legends of muscle are. The 14 remainers that fought on like the legends. Desert legends. It's alright, Sim Racer Guy. Johan Bussen is 10 seconds behind us. 7-7. No jump beat by probably. This was, I have to say, it probably wasn't the most exciting of races. But that's just what happens when you don't have fixed setup. Am I a Remainer? I don't know what I am. I'm a complainer. We've had this conversation before. Just put milk on it. Here we go. We have one last lap. Maybe 2. I don't know. I don't know. Exactly. Going back to the 1930s racing, they all had fixed setup. Fixed setup horses. Even in horse racing, they cheated by feeding them different stuff. And having horse setups. Different size reins. Have you calibrated my horse correctly? Did you see Lord McDibbles? He reduced his horse's ride height at the front and increased it at the rear. Quite preposterous, but it gained him a few tenths down the final furlong. Yeah, probably will do some R-Factor 2 at some point. The GT3 cars and that are really good. The server god does not support R-Factor 2. Wait, the new UI update needs to come out, and then then it's worth getting for other people. Have you not ever lowered your horse's ride height? It's widely known that the lower the horse's ride height and the tighter the springs, the faster it goes. Why do you think Shetland ponies are so common? Can you die of driving around Laguna Seca for too long? And then he died. It wasn't really racing. It was more sort of lapping with a bad pit stop in between the middle. But that happens sometimes. This was like a reenactment of Haas Racing Team Formula 1 race. It's the final lap. There we go. Wasn't that intense, guys? I wonder... It was debatable for at least a minute if we would come 7th. Oh, dear. We were like a second off the pace. Ah... Oh dear. Well, that's the end of that. That was good, wasn't it? Well done, Tortellini. Well done, Thomas. Well done, Targus. Top hand. Oh dear. I'm pretty tired now. I think I still want to fly though. I think we still need to fly to Goodwood. Great race. Fixed setup next time, I think. There's an hour of my life wasted. Well, you beat me, Dom. Woo! Woo! Well done, Dom. Woo! Did you get a little firework display? We're going to fly to Goodwood. Let's get this set up. Thanks for the sim racing, guys. Oh dear, sometimes it's great, other times I drove into you, Ernest, so I should have given more space. Sometimes it's great, other times the owl looks back at you and you question your life choices. We're flying to Goodwood from London City to Goodwood Airport. This is the pinnacle of live streaming right here. All right, James. Well, have a good morning. We're going to take the Cessna Skyhawk. Nice time of day. Let's have it afternoon. That'd be nice. I don't know where Goodwood is, but we'll work it out as we go. We'll get a map out. It's all fine. Should be able to. We've got the Orbex terrain, so we can fly over your house, DW. It should be on here. Let's start that off. It's all plugged in. Yep. Right. I'm going to get a cup of tea, put some stuff in the microwave. I'll just start this loading because it takes a while to load. So, back in a second, guys. Cup of tea time. Get your tea on. Thanks everyone for watching. Everyone that's clicked the like button. As I said, sorry that the energy levels are low. I'm just tired at the moment. So, we'll be back. We'll be back in shape in no time, for sure. we're still loading. The world's longest load time. It might bugged out. Ah, this is why I like flight sims, guys. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked the screen. Oh well, we'll just leave it. It does load. It just takes a couple of centuries. Can't rush your flight sim in. Hey, Aaron Ball. Oh, here we go. It's going. I should have put this on. I need to reinstall this on the SSD. A suggestions room. What are people suggesting? Oh no! The airport might have an issue. Oh, well, we'll fly to Goodwood and we'll see. It might not have loaded the high detail airport. But we'll fly there anyway. The rest of the train will be detailed. Yeah, I need to get DCS installed. Do I do periodic maintenance on my cables? Well, I did. When I built this sim rig, I did everything. But I don't tend to otherwise, unless it breaks. I reinstall Windows like every couple of months, every 6 months or so. I bought a new saute pan, guys. That's what this meal came from. Amazing. TK Maxx for the win. I had some TK Maxx vouchers. TK Maxx has like the biggest selection of frying pans out of all these stores. Yeah, I like flight sims just for chilling out. I can see why a lot of people play them after work. You should, if you want to see more about this plugin we're using, you should see our last video. What should we keep in mind before reinstalling Windows? Back everything up. That's about it, really. X-Plane 11 probably has the best small aircraft physics. Flight Sim X, well, Prepare 3D probably has the best large aircraft physics and best procedure-based flying. So, like using the, you know, like doing all the instrumentational flying. Just because of the pure mods. I mean, there's some mods for Flight Sim X that are amazing as well. I'm not really a massive Flight Sim person, so I don't know that much about it. But just from the general perception of the physics, the small aircraft in X-Plane 11 are really nicely done. Best fighter jets and fighter planes in DCS. The fighter jets in X-Plane 11 are weird. The best helicopter, probably the Huey in DCS. MiGs. Yeah, well, the jet planes are messed up. The small jet plane, like X-Plane 11, basically the Cessnas are amazing, but the jet planes and stuff just seem a bit weird. I might have had you can set physics settings in it up slightly different. So, but this is what other people have said as well. Hey, Frosty Bird. Yeah, I need to get DCS sorted out. Yeah, I used to pay IL2 a lot. G29 of flight sticks. I can't remember the brand. There's a couple of flight sticks. There's I guess the HOTAS T-Flight by Thrustmaster It's probably the best all-round value for money, easy to get a hold of flight stick with a sort of HOTAS, so it's got a throttle and a stick. It's good if you like space sims as well. But there's some other, is it Hori? They make like arcade sticks. But there's a couple of companies that do stuff for the Sims. They're perfectly fine. I mean, the joysticks are pretty basic stuff. I'm using the X55. Oh bollocks! I've just accidentally pulled it out of the socket while I'm doing that. That was stupid. There we go. Get the flaps down here. Okay. Welcome aboard the Game of Muscle Cessna flight. I don't know what we were going to call it there, so I just made it up. Could you tell? Welcome aboard Game of Muscle Airways for our flight from London City Airport, the beautiful London City Airport, located in London City for those of you that didn't know, to Goodwood, located in the south of London. We don't really know where it is. I need to get it on a map. Can we get a map in here? I can use the onboard map. Get ready for this. Get ready for Let's Get Lost in a Plane. This is kind of our hobby. This is how we play X-Plane. I think Goodwood is somewhere down here. What's Goodwood Airport called? It is a small airport. Does anyone know what the... Let's type it on Google Maps here. But kind of want to know where we're going before we go there, so I'm just bringing it up on Google Maps. Here we go. It's EGHR. Here it is. EGHR. L Goodwood. It's right down here. And we are in London City. So we'll fly. I tell you what, we'll fly. Should we fly the coast? Let's fly the coast there. It'll be more fun. I mean, it's probably going to take a little bit longer. We'll fly. Or we could go direct. What do you guys think? Should we fly the coastline? And then should we fly the coastline? It'd be nicer. What do you think, guys? Plane's a little bit faster than the car. We might have to like if it takes too long, we'll land at one of these airports, and then swap to a jet, and that won't take any time at all. So let's do that. EGHR is over here. We'll hang on a minute. Make this a bit smaller. Probably make the UI smaller here. UI scale. Where's the UI scale?
Order!
Oh, hello, Smegator. Welcome to the channel. We could draw a wang, but we'll get arrested. I don't tweet. We're not doing Goodwood Revival at the moment. We're taking other people there. We're the pilot, not the passenger. Where's the scale? There's a UI scale setting. Oh, here it is. It's at the bottom. There we go. Perfect. I had it scaled up. We were playing on a 4K screen. Hello, Dream Machine. Oh, man. I needed that food so bad. I was so exhausted. Sorry for being really boring this evening, guys. I feel like I've been rubbish. Rubbish stream. Can we format the stream? It's alright. Got flight sims to save the day. Ah, man. You know, when you feel like you're just a bit grumpy or whatever. Not grumpy, but you know what I mean? When you're just like... brain is off. That'll do, won't it? I'll raise the seat. Sorted. So we'll fly... Shall we fly through... fly through Tower Bridge. There's loose cables? You're kidding me. Oh, I hope not. Are you sure? Let me turn the volume up of the game. No, it should be okay. Let me listen. Loose cables. Oh, bloody loose cables all the time, guys. Left ear has a buzz. Let's have a look. Oh no, the cables are loose. Rubbish stream. Right, I'm going to restart. I think it does it over time. It's that capture card. Right, we'll just restart it. It's alright. Just have to reboot OBS. I've had that computer on quite a long time. We're back in a second, guys. I changed the title, actually, to a new title. So we're back in a second. Don't go any... Well, go get a cup of tea. Thanks for watching this stream. Click the like button, because I'm going to start a new stream. So if you haven't, click the like button on this one. We'll be back in a second.